What's happening, folks? It's Live Open Mike. Thank you for checking out another video. I'm a massive Nintendo fan. From the original NES all the way up to the Switch, Nintendo's been my primary gaming outlet my entire life. So when I got into VR, I looked hard for games similar to the franchises I've been playing for over 30 years. In this video, I'm going to recommend some VR games to play if you're a fan of certain Nintendo games. Please bear in mind this is not an apples to apples comparison. Nintendo's been around for over 30 years, and a lot of their legacy franchises are so well defined and evolved that finding an exact match of VR is impossible, but these are some games you may enjoy. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's get to it. Starting off with Nintendo's flagship franchise, the Mario games. This is a tough one because the last three mainline Mario games, 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey, were all different. Having said that, they still fit in the category of platform games, so I'm going to recommend the Moss series, the gold standard for VR platformers. In these two games, you play as two characters, an adorable mouse named Quill, and a sentient being called the Reader that helps Quill navigate puzzles in combat. The sequel, Moss Book 2, is one of my favorite VR games ever. Both games are available on Steam, Meta, and PlayStation VR. Next up is my favorite franchise of all time, The Legend of Zelda. I have two games to recommend for fellow Zelda fans. First, get a look at Ruins Magus. It's labeled a JRPG in marketing, but this is basically a dungeon crawler. As a member of a guild of battle mages, you battle various enemies and bosses with an ever-expanding arsenal of attack spells while following an intriguing story. You get Ruins Magus on Steam or Meta. Second, a game regarded as one of the best VR games ever made, Asgard's Wrath. I can't recommend this game highly enough if you're looking for an epic adventure. A massive world to explore with multiple dungeons, big boss battles, companion characters, and excellent combat. This is a Rift exclusive, meaning you'll need a Meta headset, either a Rift or a Quest, plus a VR-ready PC to play it. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, Garden of the Sea may scratch that itch. This cozy game lets you garden, fish, cook, craft decor, build up your home, and befriend creatures all at your own pace. You can also go exploring on the boat. Garden of the Sea is available on Steam and Meta. Now we come to Mario Party and another one of my favorite VR games, Loco Dojo Unleashed. This VR board game has over a dozen mini games for you and up to 3 friends to compete in. You do silly stuff like whack bats with nunchucks made of sausages and milk pigs. I've live streamed this game on Twitch multiple times and I did a full video if you want to see more of the game. I should also point out that like a lot of VR multiplayer games, the player base for this one is pretty low, so you want to make sure you have friends to play it with. The developers did put out an update that allows you to play the minigames on your own with bots to compete with. This is best experienced as a party game. Then there's WarioWare. If this sort of quick change minigame fares your speed, get a look at either What the Bat, a similar game where you have to navigate mundane things in life as a person born with bats for arms, or the Alchemy Labs trio games, Job Simulator, Vacation Simulator, or Cosmonious High. Job Simulator in particular is one of the best-selling VR games ever. All 4 of these games are available on Meta, Steam, and select PlayStation VR headsets. Mario Kart is one of my favorite series of all time, and the Quest 2 in particular has no shortage of kart racers. The best one for my money is Dash Dash World. In this one you get all the silly weapons, unique maps, and a story campaign to follow that you would get in Mario Kart. This game is available on Meta and Steam. These next few aren't exclusive to Nintendo, but they're still very popular games on the Switch. Fortnite is one of the most popular games in the world, and if there's anything virtual reality has a lot of, it's shooters. For the Battle Royale fans, you want Population 1. This game has a huge map, characters and skins, daily and monthly tasks to earn said skins, and just introduced a sandbox mode where you can build your own maps and test them in team deathmatches. Pop 1 is one of the better shooters you can play in VR, though I wouldn't recommend trying a shooter or a racing game like Dash Dash World until you have your VR sea legs. Population 1 is available on Steam and Meta. For Rocket League fans, I give you Knock and Ultimax. Both of these are arena-based soccer style games. In Knock, you propel yourself around the arena using your arms and hit the ball with a bow and arrow. In Ultimax, you play as a mech zipping around nodes in the arena and hitting the ball with your arms that are actually rockets. Both games are pretty fast-paced and have a decent-sized player base, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding matches. Both games are available on Steam and Meta. Ultimax is also available on Pico headsets. Lastly, if you're the type of person that likes to stress yourself out playing Overcooked, Cookout may be the game for you. You and up to 3 other players work together to make increasingly complex sandwiches for impatient customers. As you progress in the world, you'll encounter different types of customers, like wolves who have massive orders or impatient rabbits who want their food quickly. You eventually also have to start grilling your food and washing dishes, making things more challenging. You can get Cookout or Steam or Meta. There are some games I left off this list as I didn't feel confident in finding a close VR game, like Splatoon, Bayonetta, and Smash Brothers. Maybe in the future videos more VR games are released. If you're a VR fan already and have played some of these games, what do you think of my recommendations? Is there a game you would have picked instead? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know with a like and consider subscribing for more VR content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.